We've talked about all these centralized issues of countries and information and really just dysfunction. How is it that decentralized systems can actually benefit the individual from your perspective?
So what I really see as the opportunity is that right now there is a massive wave of support towards privacy-enabled products, applications, platforms, and that's because people have seen over the past many years that if you share your data with organizations, you are not safe. You will be targeted. There will be information that you don't want to see, that you don't want your kids to see especially. And so therefore we're reverting to saying we don't want to share our data with anyone. Now I think that's actually counterproductive and very unhealthy. What I really preach is that what we need to do on the technology level is to build systems where we know our data is secure so that we feel comfortable sharing certain data sets for the benefit of society and for ourselves, of course. So instead of having systems where our data can easily get breached or hacked, when we're thinking about decentralized data storage and technology products that are privacy enabled, we could actually give people the comfort to say, hey, you can choose what data you want to keep safe, and it's definitely going to be safe. And if you want to share any of this other data pseudonymously or anonymously completely, then you can feel comfortable doing that because you know who it's going to and what they're going to use it for. And if you want to withdraw your consent, you can. But the really, really magical part of it all is that you would be able to choose whether you want your data to be monetized. And if you do, you can get paid directly for that. It's really enshrining this concept that every human is valuable and recognizing the amount of value that we all produce every day just with our time and attention and the data that we produce, right?
And individually we provide data for maybe marketers, but collectively together we provide massive data for research and developers. So there's a many use cases for decentralized information, whether that's around how does the individual collect their data, to how does the individual store their data, to how do marketers or researchers actually pair up that without knowing who they are, but connecting in a private way. And I think you nailed it on the head. If someone actually revokes their consent, how they can get their data back.
Right.
So to think through all these different use cases and then just deploy it to the general populace, can you see this becoming a reality in the next couple quarters or next couple years or next couple decades? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I really think over the next 3 to 5 years, we're going to see a significant amount of shift in the global market away from what I like to call kleptocratic products that literally steal as much information from you at all times and don't really return any value back to you, to systems where you are enabling your own success by using that technology. That technology allows you to protect yourself and your family, and it allows you to earn value off of all of the activities that you're doing, especially when we're thinking about the future of work and the amount of people during this pandemic that have lost their jobs, the amount of small and medium-sized companies that have been wiped out, industries that have been wiped out. We have to think about how do we actually make sure that people can protect their basic needs and their own human rights at a time where we can't guarantee them that they're going to be able to earn money through a job. So once we think about the amount of value that they would have just having a device in their hand, completing small tasks, reading targeted articles or videos that they're interested in, giving feedback, answering surveys.
What about voting? Do you see a future with simplifying the whole voting reality?
I think that's going to end up happening in the next election. This 2020, November 3rd, likely disaster is going to be the biggest billboard we could ever hope for encouraging people to move towards digital and blockchain voting. The fact that we're still deciding our future leadership and who's going to govern us on pieces of paper in the year 2020.
With the mail, you get bushels of these that are actually of this vote, all that vote hidden, thrown away, or other ones that come in fraudulently. Who's accountable for this fraud? You know?
No one, except for democracy itself.
Yeah.